Are these the future classics? A few years from now, you'll wish that you had bought these Hot Wheels when you had the chance. They are part of the Hot Wheels 58th Anniversary Edition collection, and collectors are already having trouble finding this one. And that got me wondering, are these future classics? Hot Wheels does the anniversary series every year, and 2026 is the 58th anniversary. There's nothing special about it unless you like blue. So, the last time they did a blue was 8 years ago during the 50th anniversary, and it took them 8 years to do a stunning blue like this. If you love blues, you should probably grab the entire set. But if you're someone who doesn't really want to splurge on the entire set, just two recommendations for you to pick from the 58th anniversary set, one from Mix 1 and one from Mix 2. So what's special about the 58th anniversary? All the cars come in a blue and gold combination, and all the cars have a gold underbody and a blue diecast frame, except for this one. The Bone Shaker from Mix 1 has a black underbody. It does have the gold highlights and the blue color obviously, but then it's the only car from both the mixes to not have a gold underbody, and that makes the Bone Shaker stand out a bit. Over the last 8 years or so, the anniversary edition artwork doesn't have the cars on the card, but this year they're following the main lines and they're putting the car on the card. And if that's something that you like, then this is definitely for you. I want to take them out of their cards. I don't want to keep this carded. So I got some comments on my Instagram DM for the Action Comic 1 video that I posted last week, that I was lingering around with the box a bit too much for something that I was not uncarding. So I'm going to do a quick time lapse and get both of these out of the package before we go any further in the video. I understand what the fuss is all about, and this is definitely the best diecast from Mix 2 of the 58th anniversary edition. I say this not as a Land Cruiser fan, but as a Hot Wheels fan who's been missing the blue for a while from the anniversary edition. The last time they did a blue was 8 years ago for the 50th anniversary, and I've been waiting for a blue to pop by for all this while. I'm not a huge fan of all the busy looking logos, the Hot Wheels logos, but I do like how tastefully the 58th anniversary logo is placed on both the sides of the car, on the rear quarter panel, as well as on the hood. I would have loved to see more headlight details, but yeah, Hot Wheels generally cheaps out on the anniversary edition details. In fact, the chase car doesn't even have a metallic body. So the diecast is plastic for the chase cars in the anniversary edition. Absolutely hate that. But I'm so glad that I don't have to chase behind the chase car, because this is definitely better than the chase. I also love that the interior details are existent, especially when you have roll down windows. I think some of the off-road vehicles are being done that way by Hot Wheels these days. I also love that there is a sunroof that's not openable, but yeah, it's there. I wouldn't complain. What I don't like about this diecast in its entirety is just one thing. It's the spare wheel. I love that the spare wheel exists, but I'm not a fan that it is a plastic one. I understand that you have to cheap out on the wheels, Hot Wheels, but for the spare tire, providing a plastic one is not in good taste. It takes away from the experience. It definitely takes away from the experience. The plastic tires make sense. You can argue that hey, it'll slide faster on an orange track and all those things, but the spare tire needs to be a rubber one. What I also like is that the underbody is gold. It is plastic, it's not metal like on the chase car, but the chase car has the body in plastic. I would take this over the chase cars combination. The body needs to be diecast, that's what you touch all the time. The underbody can be plastic. I love the gold. It's not overdone on this. You obviously have the side running boards and the rear bumpers. Even the front isn't really done in gold. So I think this is tastefully done. When displayed, you wouldn't get too much gold going on other than what's on the logo. So I think this is a win. And because of the subtle application of gold on this, along with the fact that it's a Land Cruiser 80, I think that's one of the reasons why these keep selling out from the Mix 2 of the 50th anniversary set. But yeah, all in all, a good diecast. And if you are not willing to splurge on the entire set, I would rate this as one of the top two that you should pick from the 50th anniversary set. It is from Mix 2 and it is quickly running out. A lot of people are saying that they can't find it on the shelves, so grab it while you still can. So should you buy the entire set? Honestly, that's up to you. But I generally go for the ones that are rather rare and collectors are finding hard to find them, or I look for ones that really stand out and talk to me, like this bone shaker. This one merits an entire video by itself, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see that next. I do have some interesting bits about the bone shaker on that one coming up.